Also like to congratulate the other institutions with whom partnership MOUs have been signed, like GIZ, NIMSME, GITO, GMR Air Cargo, etc. And I do hope that these partnerships also focus on tangible outcomes, they are milestones based, and at some point in time, we feel proud that we were there when these partnership agreements were signed. As all of us are aware, in the last 8 years, Telangana has done exceedingly well in our industrial growth. But I really feel that if this momentum has to continue, getting high quality skills, high quality skilled manpower is very important for us. Otherwise, at some point in time, we will start losing that edge. As industry secretary, I get a chance to visit lots of industrial parks, go to lots of industries for some ceremony, some inauguration, something else. And wherever I go, I do make a point, at least informally, if not formally, to understand the profile of the workforce there. And I can share this with you. Over the last so many years, I would have done it at least on 70, 80 occasions. And what is appearing to me is that it's like a mix. There are good number of people from Telangana also who work in our, particularly I'm talking about the manufacturing industry. So there are quite a few of our state who are employed in the manufacturing sector. But I also notice quite a few who are from outside, which of course is not a surprise because Hyderabad as a city is a magnet, it attracts migrants from everywhere. But if you ask who are these people who are coming from outside, why are they here, what kind of work they are doing, 2-3 kind of observations come out. One is a large chunk of people who are not from Telangana are doing things which are extremely low end. And when I asked factory owners or the industrialists, they tell us that no one in the locality or no one in the catchment is prepared to do such low end kind of jobs, and therefore there's no other option but to get people from other states. Possibly, I mean that obviously seems to be the case, but there is also a reasonably significant proportion of outsiders who are here for certain kinds of skill sets which are missing in our. Many companies tell us that we have to recruit people nationally because these kind of skills are just not available. Certain kind of operations of machines or certain kind of jobs where some kind of programming is required so that the machine runs automatically, some kind of supervisory jobs, they feel that that kind of skill set is missing. So eventually, if we are able to create a pipeline of people with those kind of skill sets and cater to the demands of the local industry, we will not only grow ourselves, but eventually at some point in time, our skilled people can also take up high paying jobs, high valued jobs elsewhere. I know that just as we have this challenge of having a good large number of skilled people available, the same challenge is felt elsewhere as well. In fact, this challenge has now become global. Some of you may be aware that there is an organization called TomCom. It's a government agency which has started creating a pipeline of Telangana-based talent which can actually vie for overseas jobs. So that also is a possibility. While we serve the needs of the industry locally, but if there is a surplus, why not encourage them to go abroad and get into some very high-paying jobs? And today, as you know, remittances have become very important. In fact, there are certain states in our country like Kerala, Uttarakhand, etc., where the biggest contribution to their economy is remittances which they get from workers outside. There is a distinct possibility if TomCom and other related departments coordinate well and deliver good quality programs and meet initial success. And these are not the conventional Gulf countries like Kuwait and UAE, and Saudi Arabia, etc. TomCom is now eyeing for opportunities in the West like the US, Europe, Japan, and so on and so forth. So that can be a potential game changer because most of the Indian migrant workers, apart from the highly professional ones, are confined to these countries, the Gulf countries. And if TomCom succeeds in making an inroad in the newer geographies, that will be really a kind of a first of its kind for the country. So the point I'm really driving at is that we need to, through all means, encourage institutions like the Pokarna Ftcci Center for Skilling, for the sheer reason that, first of all, more number of people of our state should get into these high-skilled jobs, and the needs of our local industries, the sector which is showing amazing growth over the last 8 years, and I have no doubt that this momentum can be continued over the next at least 10 to 15 years also. That is one. The few observations which I would like to make for about the skilling center is like this. See, first of all, we all know that there are many others also who run skilling programs in Telangana, in Hyderabad. Some of them are part of the government mechanism itself. There is a